Pulling yet another all-nighter.
Hey guys, welcome to a long-awaited study vlog. It's been so long since I last posted and it's due to the stress of finals, but I was able to film all of it. So for today's video, I take you through a very productive finals week. I think I studied for 40 plus hours this week because I had 4 exams to prepare for and a bunch of cramming to do. But before we continue with this vlog, be sure to like, comment, and subscribe to my channel. Now let's start studying for our finals.
Hey guys, so it is nighttime now. I took a nap for about 2 hours or so because my sleep schedule's messed up, so that's why. Now that I'm awake, I'm gonna go get myself some matcha and then just do like a night study session, just because I haven't finished like the assignments that I wanted to get done for today. So yeah, I'm gonna take you with me to the kitchen and let's go make some matcha.
So to get you guys up to speed about what was going on, I had just came back from a family vacation in Texas. I did not do any schoolwork, I was just in the present and enjoying time with my family. While it was much needed, coming home and seeing all the work I had to do hit me like a ton of bricks. So I created a list of all the assignments and lectures I needed to complete from this Monday till exams next week. Here, I'm just completing the last assignments for my elective course before calling it a night.
Okay, I just finished doing the last album review of this semester. I'm gonna go ahead and do the peer response because there are like 3 or 4 other entries before mine, so I can get that out the way and just be completely done with this. It's currently 2:38 right now. So yeah, I'm gonna finish this up and I'll see you guys tomorrow. So I just finished doing some admin, some C#, and I pretty much finished like all the lectures that I needed to do in order to take my final exam for this. And being on the same topic, a lot of you guys have asked how I take notes, which is a valid question. I do take notes for my programming courses, which I didn't know a lot of people don't do. I use GoodNotes, but the default Notes app on the iPad is also a really good note-taking option. So for the settings that I usually do dark paper for my coding, so Java and C# both have dark dotted paper. And then for my elective courses, it's white dotted paper. For the pen that I use their fountain pen with 50% tip sharpness and 50% pressure sensitivity. The pen thickness is 0.20 or 0.25 millimeters. And for the colors, the main things I use are blue, green, red, and white, or black respectively, depending on the paper. So yeah, now that we have like all the settings and just like the technicality of my digital notes out of the way, let's go into how I actually take notes. So this is an older note where I feel like it fits the kind of rules that I set for myself when note taking. So the title is normally just the course name, the chapter, and if it's a continuation of the chapter, and each course is a different color. So for Java it's green, C# it's blue, music appreciation is purple, and art appreciation is red. So I write my subtopics and main topics in blue, and it's usually just the slide title and then any information I do in bullet point, and then any extra information that just explains the bullet point I do in an indented arrow. And then for these dashes right here, I just list out different parse methods. So it's pretty similar to the indented arrow, tutorial. It's just instead of it being a full sentence, it's just listing out different methods. So on this side, you notice that it is typed out, and I prefer to type out the code just because it's a lot clearer to see compared to me writing it out. So I have it typed out here and here as well, and then these are just screenshots from the PowerPoint slide, and it also includes example code just so I can look back at it whenever I do my labs. So green is for information that stood out to me when I was listening or reading the lecture, and then red would be information that my professor mentioned, and then like error examples. But yeah, that's pretty much how I take notes. It's not difficult, I don't think. I think it's pretty straightforward, but I feel like the only reason it looks so intricate is because of the screenshots and the different colors that I use throughout my notes. It is a lot, it is a bit time consuming, but I like that it keeps my hands busy as I'm listening to lectures, and I feel like I learn a lot from it. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed this note tutorial, and if you have any questions, definitely let me know in the comment section below. Got the Junji Ito version of No Longer Human, which is the manga version of this book. If you guys have read this book, then you know. But for those of you that haven't read this book, it's basically a memoir, and it's a pretty good one, pretty interesting. Once I found out that my favorite manga creator made a manga version of that book, immediate purchase. If you guys are interested, I'll link it in the description box, but I think I'm just gonna read a little bit. Is it in color? No, it's not. Is the whole thing in color? Oh no, it's not. Hey guys, I haven't spoken at all because I'm low-key stressed, but it is currently 3:24. I am pulling yet another all-nighter. I highly do not recommend this. It's not good for your health, but I just don't feel like I studied enough for the exam, so I'm probably overcompensating. Regardless, I'm pulling an all-nighter and I'm starting on my test. It's a mini project, so like he gives us 4 different programs that we have to code, and you pick 3 out of the 4. I have a schedule just kind of ongoing for tonight. 3 programs, an hour and a half for each program. That's kind of what I'm doing right now.
Among many things, something that seems to be a universal experience for college students is finals burnout. I'm often asked how I'm able to stay motivated and focused in my studies, and I'm really not. There's this quote that I like by Bishop Nathaniel, and it says, "I'm not always motivated, but I'm always disciplined." And honestly, having that self-discipline is far stronger than motivation. So something I like to do is schedule out my study sessions like they're appointments that I cannot cancel. I find that it helps to have structure instead of studying when I feel like it, because truthfully, I wouldn't be as productive if I studied when I wanted. And make sure you set realistic timeframes when you schedule out your study sessions. I can usually study for 2 to 3 hours consistently depending on the course, but start with an hour or an hour and a half. Also, make sure you give yourself enough time to relax before your next appointment.
At this point, I think I'm just gonna stay up because finally finished the 3rd program. I ran it, everything works great. So I'm going to maybe spend like 15 minutes on each program just to like give it some kind of color, because it's pretty much default right now. I'm gonna go ahead, check that off, and then I need to work on my mini project for this. I feel like I did lab 11, I just didn't turn it in for some reason. This is just me reviewing for my music appreciation and then reviewing for art. I'm up though, so. Hey guys, I took a nap. I desperately needed it. I'm gonna go ahead and finish up this exam. There's 8 questions, and then the last question you have to write a database code.
The Java final exam was actually a lot easier than the midterm, mainly because I could stay home and complete it, which took a lot of stress off my shoulders. I will never get used to going somewhere to be tested. I much prefer staying in the comfort of my home, where I can really think about the questions and I'm way less distracted.
I'm literally having the worst headache right now, and it's probably because of my lack of sleep, but my brother just came up here and gave me rice pudding, which I'm gonna eat while I take this test, and my other brother made smoothie and he had some left over, so this is what I'm gonna eat for now. My brain power is like at 5 right now, so I got myself some Indian food. I'm so unbelievably excited to eat. I'm gonna take a break. I haven't taken a break in a minute, so I'm gonna take an hour break and then get right back onto it. I finally finished. I'm just turning it in now, and it is currently almost 10. I'm exhausted, but I'm just so happy that it's over. I do have to study for my music appreciation class, but I can do that later. And I switched my exam time slot from 12 to 2 to 3 to 5, just so I can have more time to sleep and more time to study for it. So yeah, I'm gonna go ahead, turn this in, and that's 2 out of 4 classes that I'm completely done with for the semester. I'll see you guys tomorrow. Hey guys, good morning. So I woke up pretty early today just so I can do a bit more studying for my music appreciation class. As you guys know, I love to do active recalls, which is basically I take a sheet of paper and I just like power run through all the slides and try and recall information that I learned from each slide. But yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and get to working. Hey guys, so I just finished the first study session, and that was from, I think it was 6:30 to, it's about 9 right now.
So I'm going back to my music appreciation lectures. I needed to cram 6 weeks worth of content in the span of about 7 hours. You can imagine my stress. I was able to knock out 3 lectures. Week 9 wasn't included in the exam, so I didn't bother reviewing that lesson. But that left me with 4 hours to review 3 lectures, and then an hour left to do some active recall and quiz myself on the listening portion of the exam.
I'm heading to my test now. I'm just making sure I pack everything, and I'm gonna be there for a minute because my mom's dropping me off. Yeah, I'm kind of running late, so I'll talk to you guys later.
Okay, story time. So I get there late, my professor is explaining the exam, and I'm walking in trying to control my breathing because I ran up 2 flights of stairs. Anyway, he hands me the paper, I find my seat, and my hands are shaking so bad. I'm insanely nervous because I feel like I didn't study enough. Like, guys, my hands were shaking so badly that I can't even make a circle around my answer choices. Like 5 minutes after I sit down, the prof announces that we're going to take the listening quiz, and then I get even more nervous. I just put down the name of whatever song I thought and gave extra details about them in hopes that it brings me extra points. I finished the multiple choice and written response questions, which were quite easy, and then I bolt out of there. 4 out of 10 experience. I didn't like it, but anyway, after the exam, I tell my mom I finished and edited this video as I was waiting for her to come and get me.
Hey guys, good morning. It is Wednesday, the last final for the semester. I need to study for my art appreciation exam, and I'm doing 4 study sessions because there are 4 lectures. I'm gonna go ahead get started on that now. I'll see you guys after everything's over. Also, do you like this sweater? It's giving Pilates.
So this morning, I started much later than I wanted, which was the worst thing ever. I found out that one lecture video was like 209 minutes long, so about 3 hours and change. And then the next lecture was about 176 minutes long, which is almost 3 hours. I could feel my energy leaving me the longer the lecture went on, and it was really a mental battle. Also, recently, my sister got me into Leve, who is now my comfort artist. Her music gives coffee shop / library date vibes, but yeah, I was listening to one of her albums while reading a manhwa, and my mom had made a pot of cornmeal, so I had some of that as well.
Hey guys, it's been over 5 hours since the last time I talked to you. It's currently 6 right now. I have 2 more lectures that I need to do. I also cut up some apples just to snack on while I study. I should be done at 8:30 and then ready to take my exam by 9, around there. All right, so I'm gonna go get started.
I get very anxious when I take tests, as mentioned before, so I was trying to finish taking notes for this lecture and then moving on to reviewing the slides. So fast forward, I took the test and it is proctored, love that, but the questions itself was pretty challenging. It's a lot of titles of the paintings and then you have to match it to the picture that is shown. And I tend to overthink and change my answer a lot. The exam doesn't let us go back to the previous question, so it made me overthink even more. It was just a mess, and I feel like my grade was going to reflect that. I just wasn't my best self, and the stress and lack of sleep was really getting to me.
Hey guys, future Rayna here. So I was editing this video and I realized I didn't share my final exam marks, and I really wanted to do that for this video because I didn't get to do that for my midterm series. So I made A's on 3 of my courses and then a C on my last exam. For C#, he said that my code was great. Everything worked perfectly. I made a 100 and overall course grade was a 92.60. In Java, I made another A. I missed 1 question, but the other 8 were correct. Overall, my course grade was an 87. In music appreciation, I actually made a 108, which was super shocking because I was pretty sure I'd fail. I passed the course with a 101. So at this point, 3 out of 4 exams were completed and my good exam streak went left when I made a 78.75 on my art final. Overall course grade is now an 81.40. One would think that with all the studying that I did, I would reap A's in all my finals, but I didn't. And it's okay. What's done is done. I did what I could, and I'm just proud of myself for being able to hone in my discipline and persevere through this hell week. And now it is over. I can relax a bit before the summer semester. I'm gonna read, binge shows, and most importantly, sleep. I hope this video gave you that push of motivation that you needed, or just like a final study buddy. But yeah, that's it for the video, guys. I really need to edit this video and get it uploaded soon, so I'll see you in the next video. Bye.